Well, hello there. Welcome back. It is Friday Coffee Talks episode number 70. Today it's not coffee. I'm drinking rain. Today it felt like an energy drink day. So I've gotten really into rain. I love these. They are very good. This one is Rainbow Sherbet. That makes me seem like an 8-year-old, but it is really good. It's like candy that will keep me awake. Love it. Something amazing happened this week. Something that, for those that know me, know that I got a huge kick out of this. We were at gymnastics with my daughter, and some guy came over to me and he goes, "Hey, you're the guy that owns Piggy Joe's, right?" It's our children's boutique, for those that aren't aware. And I said, yeah, that's me. That's our store. He goes, "Yeah, I knew I'd seen your beard there before." Oh my gosh. Best friends. He's my best friend now. So, yeah, anybody that recognizes me by my beard, or it really just says nice things about my beard in general, I'm going to love you. May give you a hug, may kiss you on the mouth. Who knows? I love it. I was so jazzed. Yeah, it was great to be recognized by my beard. Been growing this thing on my face for 2 years. So, yeah, recognition is awesome. The other thing I want to mention today is shout out to all you recruiters out there. I may be a halfway decent seller, but golly, recruiting is a whole different game. I've been recruiting for the last few weeks, trying to build out our enterprise sales team. And my goodness, it is a hard road. I thought there's a lot of rejection in sales. I tip my hat to all of you who are out there hustling and recruiting, because it is not an easy game. Way more frustrating than I ever thought possible. So that is a part of my skill set that is not quite there yet. I'm working on honing it. But I think I'm getting a little better day by day. But my goodness, recruiting, you guys are incredible. Let's see what else. The other thing that happened this week is my daughter's birthday. My middle daughter, Fallon, she's had an episode on here. She turned 5 this week. And to celebrate her, we went to a shopping center near us, and they had this soap store, which I didn't even know was a thing, to be honest. And she got to make her own bath bomb, which to a 5-year-old little girl was like the coolest thing ever. So they got to pick their scent, and they got to paint on like the different colors of it and stuff and make their own bath bomb. And hers turned out smelling great. But back to my beard, we walked in, and the people in the store, as soon as I walked in the door, they started like salivating. They're like, "Oh, we have a men's section. Go get beard oil. We have beard oil and beard balm." And they started telling me all about it. And I'm like, I know all this stuff. I use all these products. You don't get a beard like this without having some product knowledge, right? And so they sent me over to the men's section, like, "You gotta get some beard oil. You can go try it on. We have a sink. You can put it on in the back." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that in a weird store." But I went back there, and I have to say I was so disappointed, because what is it with men's scents that they want us to smell like trees? I love the smell of cedar. I love the smell of sandalwood normally, but I don't want to put that on my face. I don't want to smell like a pine tree. That whole section of scents was like campfire, PBR. I love all those things. I'm a manly dude, I think. I guess, I don't know. But I don't want my face to smell like tires. Like, can we get some men's scents that smell good? Like, oh my gosh. I guess that's just a general point, but they were like, "Oh, what did you think of the beard balm?" And I'm like, I have one. Like, I didn't want to tell them their stuff smelled like crap, but it really did. So yeah, if you're out there and you're one of those like nose scientists that makes sense, come on, get the men's stuff together. Like, let's do better, please. Oh my gosh. But I digress. I'm going to quit ranting for the day. The main topic that I want to talk about today is trivia. And it's something that I love. I've loved trivia for a very long time. In fact, in college, I was a trivia host. That's a fun fact about me. For probably a couple years, I worked as a trivia host at one of the bars near where I lived. And once a week, I would go in there and I would read off questions and play music for people. And it was so fun. It was awesome. I got free beer while I waited, or while I was hosting. I got dinner for free every time that I worked. I got to just read off trivia, and I got paid $50 a night for it. So for a college kid, free dinner, free nice dinner, free pitcher of beer, and $50. And the best thing was that the bar that I worked at, my friends were like the only ones that would come. And so they won every week. And so they got free meals every week too. It was like the ultimate scam. That restaurant probably didn't make any money off of having trivia, but it was super fun. And I loved reading trivia, being a trivia host. It was my first time like on a microphone, if you will. And I really, really loved that. I feel like trivia, kind of the holy grail of trivia is Jeopardy, right? Like everybody kind of looks at Jeopardy as like the end all be all. And I love Jeopardy. Side note about Jeopardy. Can we just name Ken Jennings the permanent host of Jeopardy? I mean, Alex Trebek, legend, RIP. I mean, he's amazing. But if anybody was going to step into Alex Trebek's shoes, it's got to be Ken Jennings. No offense to Mayim Bialik. Her resume is amazing. She's a pretty good host, but it's Ken Jennings. I mean, you can't compete with Ken Jennings. So yeah, anyways, back to trivia. So Jeopardy's the top of the mountain, but I feel like I would be intimidated to be on Jeopardy. I mean, it's a show that IBM created a computer to compete with. I mean, it seems like it's on another level. It feels like that to me. And speaking of Watson, IBM Watson was the computer that IBM created to play Jeopardy against Ken Jennings, and he won. Watson, I could go on and on about Watson. It's such an amazing technology. Did you know that Watson wasn't connected to the internet? And I think the really interesting part about Jeopardy is that it's not just answering questions. It's not, here's a question, there's an answer. So they didn't have to make a computer that just looked up the answer quickly. They had to understand human speech, because that is the essence of Jeopardy. Is the questions aren't in the form of a question, they're in the form of an answer. And so everything's all backwards, and you have to understand the nuances of how the English language works. And that is not easy, which in my mind, as a engineering nerd, makes Watson all that more important. Anyways, back to Jeopardy. I feel like I would be intimidated to be on Jeopardy. You all have those people that get out there and they like get all the questions wrong and they get, negative $300 at the end of it. And you're like, oh gosh, look at that idiot. And in fact, they're probably one of the smartest people in their circle of friends, but I would hate to be that person. I'd be terrified to be that person. So I wouldn't even want to go near Jeopardy. If I were going to do a trivia show, or choosing which trivia show I'd go on, it would be The Chase. I don't know if you guys have watched this show. It started in the UK, but unlike other UK shows that have come to the US, it didn't get far better when it came over here like The Office did. The UK Chase is actually the first place I saw it, and it's very good. Love that show. But the US Chase is awesome. The people that you're competing against happen to be Jeopardy titans. So James Holzhauer, Buzzy, Ken Jennings used to be one. But they're these amazing trivia legends. And if you haven't seen it, the premise of the show is you've got 3 contestants. They start off each with a speed round of questions. They earn an amount of money, and then they have to chase against the chaser, who are these Jeopardy celebrities. And they share the same questions, and as the contestant gets them right, they move down the board. And when they get to the bottom, they earn that money. And then at the end, there's a thing called a final chase, where them and all the contestants that earn money get to compete as a team against the chaser in another speed round of questions. It's awesome. It's a great show. It's very exciting. And for me, it feels like the questions are a little bit more attainable. I happen to be into pop culture, into movies. So that tends to be my kind of expertise on trivia and things like that. But I also read enough Reddit that I've got a little flavor of a lot of different other things. So as I'm playing armchair quarterback and playing along when I watch The Chase, I feel like I do pretty well. That's probably a pretty standard answer. I think everybody probably feels like they do well when they're not having lights and cameras in their face. But that's the thing. If I were to go on a game show, it would be The Chase. So if any producers of The Chase are watching this and would like for me to be on their show, I will humbly accept and go try to win hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that's it. If you haven't watched The Chase, check it out. A little bit of housekeeping. I am doing an AMA and Ask Me Anything in a couple weeks. I've gotten a few questions in, but if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, shoot them in. I'd love to answer them. They can be anything from how do I like my breakfast cereal to whatever you want to know. It doesn't have to be related to the show, to sales, to anything. It's literally Ask Me Anything. That's kind of the point. So shoot me some questions. We'll also be out at HPE Discover. We've got a team that's going to be out there at our booth. We've got some of our senior leadership that's going out. So if you or your customers will be there at HPE Discover, we would love to spend some time with you. Please reach out. We're going back to Vegas, baby. It's the first time I've been to Vegas in a couple of years, and I am thrilled to be going back. I love Vegas, and it's been it's hurt me a little bit that we haven't been able to go since COVID. So I'm so excited to get back, so excited to go to Discover, and I hope that I can meet you there. So thanks for joining. Have a great week, and we'll catch you next time.